Roland Cam1 GR series cutters can read crop marks generated from any Roland printing device that is supported in Roland VersaWorks Dual. The process is quick, easy, and allows for full-color print and cut graphics, even if the printer being used is a print-only device and does not have an integrated contour cutter. VersaWorks Dual makes this process very quick, easy, and can be done in just a few clicks of the mouse. First, we need to set up our printer to generate crop marks in our file. In this case, I'm using a Roland RF640 to print my graphics and generate those crop marks. I'll double-click the PDF file in the printer queue and make all of my normal layout settings. Once I'm completed with all of my layout and quality and other settings I would make in the normal printing process, I'm simply going to go to tab number 5 and ensure that crop marks, print and cut alignment at the top left of the screen is checked. This will ensure that the RF640 generates the crop marks necessary to complete this workflow. Once completed, I'll simply hit the print button to allow for ripping and printing process. At this point, once the job is complete, we will remove it from the RF640 and move it over to the GR. Now that we've removed the media from the RF series printer, it's time to load it into the GR cutter. I'm going to get the head carriage out of the way by pressing enter twice. This allows me to easily load the media in from the front side. I'm loading the rear of the job first, since we are loading from the front today. It's very important, since this is a job that's going to require crop mark detection, for me to get these crop marks centered as closely as possible over the top of the cutter protection strip and just to the inside of the pinch rollers. Once that's done, I hit enter and we're going to set up our sheet. At this time, the head carriage is going to move to the far left and then return to the far right, giving us our total width of the job. Because this is a print and then cut job, this is very important. If we set the pinch rollers in the incorrect position, then VersaWorks would tell us perhaps the media is too small for this job. The head carriage is now returning to origin to give us our total width, and it's time for us to send our job out of VersaWorks. Now that the media has been removed from the RF640 and placed into the GR540, it's time for us to do the last step in VersaWorks Dual to complete this workflow. We're simply going to drag the file from the RF640 queue to the GR540 queue. We'll double click into this file, and if you notice, only the cut controls have been opened. There's no need for us to do anything further unless we want to go in and cut image boundaries, return origin after cut, or increase cut passes. At this point, if we don't want to make any of those adjustments, we just hit OK and simply hit the print button, and the GR is now going to go find the 4 crop marks and finish the contour cutting process. Our media was set up in our previous step. However, I want to make sure that the head carriage is in the correct position to read crop marks. I usually like to make sure that the cutting blade is pretty close to center over the top of the circular portion of crop mark number 1, which is located on the far right when looking at the cutter. In this case, I've actually moved the head carriage off to the left just a little bit, and I did this to illustrate a recent firmware update that has improved the overall scanning area of the GR when using the optical sensor. This is a great feature because if we didn't have the head carriage in exactly the right position, we could get a crop mark reading error, causing us to have to reset up the entire job. With us improving the overall scanning area, we've cut down on that error quite significantly. It can be a true time saver when you're in a crunch. Once crop mark number 1 has been located, we're moving over to crop mark number 2. I'm going to allow the video to run through all 4 crop marks, and this is to avoid any confusion from our integrated printer and cutter owners. Integrated print cut devices read crop marks, but they do it in a slightly different order. For example, this would be crop mark number 4 on an integrated print cut device and is crop mark number 3 on the GR. But never fear, the GR's accuracy is equal to or greater than any of the integrated print cut devices made by Roland. Once crop mark number 4 has been located in red, the media is going to return to origin in the feed direction, and the head carriage is going to return to the far right origin and begin contour cutting our graphics. Roland VersaWorks Dual and a Roland printer paired up with a Roland GR cutter makes this workflow very, very simple.